Welcome to Sundust Horror Stories, where shadows speak and the trees remember. Tonight's tale, the missing, a quiet confession from the woods that turns deadly. Listener discretion advised. Settle in. If you dare, the missing. I've always loved the woods, not in the way most people do, posting selfies on scenic overlooks or bragging about summits on social media. No, my love is deeper, quieter, obsessive, some might say. Sick, if they knew the truth. It started innocently enough. Years ago, I read about those cases, the ones that baffle rangers and haunt families. Hundreds disappear in national forests and state parks every year. Experienced hunters, vanishing mid-stride families where one member wanders off for a quick bathroom break and is simply gone. No screams, no signs of struggle, no tracks leading away. Sometimes bodies turn up miles from where they should be, in places searched a dozen times over. Confused survivors babble about bright lights piercing the canopy or an unnatural silence that swallows all sound. I know why that happens. I wasn't always part of it. My first time was accidental. I was hiking a remote trail in a northern wilderness area, alone. As always, mid-afternoon, the light shifted, the birds stopped singing. Then came the hum, low and vibrating in my bones, like the forest itself was tuning to a new frequency. I looked up. A disk of polished silver hovered silently above the treetops, no bigger than a house, but impossibly smooth, reflecting the pines in warped perfection. A beam of pale blue light descended, soft at first, like moonlight made solid. It touched me, and everything went weightless. No fear, just a profound calm, as if I'd been waiting for this my whole life. They took me aboard. Up close, they're not the monsters from movies, tall, slender, with skin like polished obsidian and eyes that hold galaxies. They didn't speak aloud, but thoughts flooded my mind. Curiosity, not malice, probes, examinations, painless, clinical. They studied me like I'd study a rare insect. Hours passed, or days. Time blurs up there. When they returned me, it was night. I was miles from my starting point, barefoot, clothes scattered like breadcrumbs, but something had changed. They left a gift or a curse, a signal I can call them now, a subtle pulse from a device implanted somewhere deep, activated by will alone. That's when the hobby began. I scout patterns, midweek trails, off-season parks, solitary hikers seeking escape, breakups, midlife crisis, the grieving people no one checks on for days. Perfect. I blend in, park my truck, lace up boots, sling an empty pack, greet them with a nod. A casual, beautiful day, huh? They smile, earbuds in, defenses down. I wait for the moment, a bend in the trail, a scenic pull-off, a quick step into the brush, then I signal. The ship descends without a sound, cloaked until the last second. The beam locks, I'm in place, phones drop, eyes widen in that delicious instant of realization. They're so fragile, heart racing, breath catching as the light lifts them. The forest falls utterly silent. No wind, no insects, nothing. I guide the process, sometimes herding them into the beam if they resist. Most don't. The calm takes them too. Afterward, clean up is simple, scatter gear, brush away prints. By the time dogs and helicopters arrive, I'm home, sipping coffee, watching the news. Last week was my favorite yet, mid-30s guy, fresh off a divorce, posted on forums about needing solitude to clear his head. He chose a quiet state park, weekday, no cell service, deep in. I was there first, waiting on a log. Like any fellow hiker, we chatted, trails, weather, the usual. He mentioned a breakup, I nodded sympathetically. He stopped for a photo at an overlook, perfect. The hum started faint, he looked up, frowning. You hear that? I smiled, signaled. The ship materialized, beam pinning a mid-turn. His pack slipped from his shoulder. For a split second our eyes met, pure terror in his. Then he was gone, ascending into the light. The forest exhaled as the ship vanished. I collected his things, hiked out whistling. They don't hurt them, mostly experiments, samples, observations. Some come back, drop miles away, barefoot and babbling, adding to the legends. Others don't. That's my story so far. But the woods are calling again. Patterns shifted, more solos fleeing the holidays, seeking peace in the pines. If you're listening to this alone on a quiet trail, headphones in, lost in thought, listen for the hum, and please, come to the woods alone. Pleasant dreams, or whatever waits in the light above the trees. This has been Sundust Horror Stories. Good night.